Okay, it's back to 127. So now you can go in for the next break from 130 to 140 if it's going to happen. You can be building up for that next break. $128, $129. There we go. That break is coming. It's coming fast. 129, 130. There we go. At 130, 131. So that was not a breakout at 130 just now. It's faked out. So you would, if that's where you got in, you would exit and get in on the next breakout, which would be 131. Depends on the style of trading you're doing, but yeah, in general. Many ways to skin a stock. EVOK. So you brought that to me, Matt. So are you trading that? Any update on Mullen? Sure, let's take a look at that. Right now is not a great time to be in swing trades on the market until the market can confirm an uptrend or have some kind of a pattern that makes sense. Yeah, Mullen hasn't created a trade yet. And if you're holding that, I feel bad for you. You definitely don't want to be holding Mullen. We've been advising you that for over a month now. Do not hold Mullen. That's a day tradable situation only, because that is a very shady business operation. Well, really, CEO. Yeah, ATER. We're on ATER. There'll be some oil reports this week and next week, says Snippy. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Excellent. Yeah, definitely ATER is definitely happening today and this morning. So you said, Mikey, you said, does that apply to the swing 100 positions as well? Mikey, remind me what I said that you're referring to, because I got a little coffee here, but sometimes my consciousness just runs as a stream and I don't remember what I said. There goes EVOK now. EVOK did break the 131 level and it's testing 133 now. Probably will run to 135 or 134. And if you're lucky, 139, 140. But you should definitely take out the majority of your profits underneath every nickel. So you said that the market is not for swing positions. Yes. Not only does it apply to the swing 100 positions as well, Mikey, mostly that's what I'm referring to. I made a post in there about that exact thing like 30 minutes ago in the swing 100. I said the market exposure right now should be cash, all cash. Are you in anything, Mikey? How often do you check in here? Because we've been pretty much saying that for the last couple days. Yep. Yeah, Carl. Remind me what I said. Yeah, I got pre-Alzheimer's. I'm hoping there's a cure by the time I'm fully diagnosed. But I'm afraid by then they're just gonna have to hollow out my brain. My whole life I will walk. Have you ever done that thing? I think you're a pre-Alzheimer's candidate if you do that thing where you walk into a room and you're like, what am I in here for? What am I doing? Oh, I'm going to the bathroom. Why am I in the kitchen? And then you're like, oh, I need to go I was going to the bathroom. Or you go to the bathroom because you're trying to get some coffee and you're like, why am I in here? All right, the coffee. Oh, what the hell am I don't have to go to the bathroom. So if that's you, it's my theory, but I believe that you may be a pre-Alzheimer's candidate. Please get yourself checked out before you end up like a president of a country. uh, Ooh, he did a little dig, didn't he? Did he just dig on my beloved president? I think he did. All right, let's do a little market overview now that I got everybody listening. Gold hanging out pretty much around the close of where it closed yesterday, grinding slightly up. Okay, that could be because of inflation, not necessarily that people are pulling money out of the market. Could be. As far as inflation goes, we're actually getting, at least on the day, some deflation. So the 10-year rates are down to 2.75, which is below yesterday's low. So that's movement. That's movement on the 10-year. Let's see if I can pull up the 10-year on the chart here. That's progress down. 2.746. If we look at TLT, you can see that's a little bit of retrace. So this is good. It's good territory. Money coming out of the bond market, and it's got to go into either gold, cash, or the stock market. However, it looks like if they're planting it anywhere, it's not in growth, because this morning growth has been indicating down all morning. The Qs down all morning. Energy and oil up a smidge. Oil is back over $100 a barrel. And energy is up at yesterday's highs. Let's take a look at energy chart here. So there was a huge correction the last 3 days in energy and oil, but that seems to have settled in and is now holding at these levels. EVOK, EVOK, if you guys are day trading that, there comes another breakout point, 139. When we started watching it, I believe we were catching a breakout at 115. Yeah, 120, somewhere around there. So already, since then, it's up 17%. And you could have had 2 to 4 5-cent breakout trades on that. Scalps. All right, continuing on with the market overview here. Not enough really trades have gone on in the value or growth stocks yet to get a full outlook, but it looks like everything is indicated slightly down off of yesterday's high and close, which was high. So we are going to open inside yesterday's green candle, and whichever way we break out of yesterday's candle could indicate either a fake out, fake down, or breakout, breakdown. It could be any of those four. Your guess is as good as mine, and that's why trading is risky, and you're gonna have to take a risk though if you're gonna want some rewards. So that's gonna be your decision though, not mine. Should we dump DWAC and buy Twitter? All right, well, let me finish looking at everything here. See if there's anything in particular doing great. If I had to look at all the sectors to be able to tell you, hey, this sector is better than that sector, first of all, I would say that XLC is one of the worst performing sectors. I do think that includes Facebook, And well, you can drill into that on your time. XLC, communication sector. XLK technology doing better than the communication sector, but still doing quite bad. Consumer discretionary holding up somewhat. So Amazon, luxury spending. Staples, consumer staples, they pulled back the last couple of days, but yesterday bounced off half of that pullback. They're staying pretty strong. They continue to be a nice place to keep your savings. XLP, consumer staples. Utilities had a nice pullback the last couple of days and has not fully recovered yet. So this could be a good time to average into utilities if you're looking for a place to put your cash. Financials for the last 3 months have been in a slight downtrend, but so they're bearish. Once they can break pivot back to the upside, then the financials trade will be back on. Industrials are holding up somewhat, but still grinding down slightly. I mentioned energy has been on fire all year for the last 2 years, which is very typical in reflationary times. And the last 3 days, however, corrected strongly, but is now holding at the current level. So we'll see where it goes from there. Healthcare. Healthcare, obviously, been doing great since the pandemic, but it started to level off the last year, I would say, the last year, and really hasn't provided any return outside of that. And I feel like I missed one. Base materials. There we go. Base materials along with industrials kind of flat sideways at the moment. All right, so now somebody asked about, well, I forget what it was, but that's okay. So now we'll check Uber because somebody just asked about that. How about Uber? It was up 5% yesterday. I mean, look, Alex, look at this chart. It's been up 5% mini days. There's mini days. Do you see these little green bars everywhere? That's nothing special. Okay, but if you do look at that chart, you want to tell me which way it's going, Alex? Which way is Uber going on that whole chart right there? We're waiting. We're waiting for Alex to answer. Alex, which way has down? It's not touching the 200 MA. The 200 MA is up here. It's well under the 200 MA. It's been under the 200 MA since June of last year. All right. We're going to get your chart reading skills much better. You're probably looking at a different time frame. I'm looking at the daily chart. You're probably looking at an intraday chart or something. Anyway, yeah, it's in a hard downtrend and not looking good. Somebody was asking about, I'm trying to remember what it was. Veil. So anyway, nothing special on Uber. EVOK correcting all the way back down to 126 right now. I would have to say that it's pulling back maybe even harder than it was pushing up, EVOK right now. And so that's a sign that it may be at the top or it's over and maybe the backside of the trade. You'd want to see a softer pullback than rally. So you can know what side of the zigzag trend pattern are you on. So EVOK, EVOK, that trade may be over now, guys. Roblox, somebody asks. Roblox still trying to find its value. They're not estimated to be profitable yet, but they continue to raise their revenue, continue to increase their revenue. So, don't get in yet. Let it find bottom. When that will be might not be this year. Let it find bottom and then, go in once it's found bottom. And from there, it has a lot of potential. But, don't invest in unprofitable companies. Okay, unless it looks like they're going to proceed towards profitability, obviously. But in my opinion, wait till they're profitable. If you're trying to get into a company because they're only going to be profitable for one quarter, then you shouldn't have got in anyway. So wait till they're profitable for that first quarter. And if they're such a good fucking company, then they should be profitable for the next 20 years, right? If your stock picking skills are so good, then you can wait till they're profitable. Don't fool yourself. But I want to catch the bottom. Look, if you're trying to tell me that Palantir's a really fucking incredible stock, then you'll have no problem waiting until their first profitable quarter, because if they are such an incredible fucking stock, then they're going to be profitable for the next 20 years, correct? And you won't miss anything. Yeah, Redbox is doing all right this morning. Redbox, ATER, some of the stuff we're day trading. Here comes EVOK back up again. It's going to try and retest that 138, 140 breakout level, and 2 minutes before the market opens. So this could be a really good moment for EVOK, for you guys to start averaging into EVOK for a day trade scalp. I mean, it could happen just and then rug pull. So nobody day trade unless you have $30,000, lots of experience, a high frequency trading setup. I don't recommend you touch any day trading until you've got all that in front of you, because you just won't be able to control your skill. You'll have no skill. You know, won't have enough skills to be able to apply to the process. If you'd like to learn more about trading, everybody out there, you can click the link in my bio. There's a bunch of trading resources there. I day trade on Thinkorswim with Dash Trader. You can learn more about that. Just send me a private message or click the links in my bio. If Redbox breaks 465, that's the pre-market high, 465. If Redbox breaks 465, it could run all the way to 5. So it's got a little bit of juice left in it. The other one, ATER, we're watching that. ATER, we're looking for it to break 566. And then we're also watching EVOK. If it can break 140, 139, 138, that level around there, with 1 minute before the open and all the volume that's going to surge in, maybe it'll pop to 150. Maybe it'll test 2 today. But it's going to be a rough ride, so be careful and make sure that you're set up for day trading. If you go after EVOK or ATER or Redbox. And then, yeah, regarding any kind of swing trades, I'll let you guys know if I see any today, but pretty much the allocation on swing trades right now is all cash. You don't want to be in anything. We're waiting for the market to move in our favor. Okay, right before the open, 30 seconds before the open, and EVOK is now hitting 140, 139. How low can the market go? Oh, it can go on like this for years, which it has done in the past, but it's not typical. But it can go on for years. So this could go on for another month, another several months, another year, just sideways down, grinding down. Here we go. Market's open now. Yeah. That has happened many times before in history, several years. So learn to trade difficult markets. Okay, looks like Redbox is making a move to break out at 465. That's the one that seems to be moving. ATER not really moving. EVOK pulling out. Nope. But looks like Redbox making its move. RDBX. Bing, bring, bing. There's orders flying off everywhere here. So Redbox broke through 465, popped up to 475, but is now back down to 455, 444. Huge reversal at the open, but as you know, the open's always very volatile, so it could go either way. What we do know is that a lot of people who are sellers are now out. So who's left? Let's see, maybe buyers. So it clears the path. Redbox path now a little bit clear, but it could take now minutes to hours if red box is going to move any further. EVOK trying to move around that 135 level. Next breakout on EVOK is going to be at 140. Up on good ERWM. Okay, all right. Short-term guidance. Yeah, absolutely, Carl. We need to know what we're up against here. It starts with the macro. It moves to the market direction. ATER starting to make its move now. 557, 558. ATER may break that 560 level. Here comes 570 would be the level to really break 570. But yeah, it did just break 560, 562. ATER. Don't get too involved once it's extended. Catch it at levels, at key psychological levels. If you didn't catch it, wait for the next key psychological level. This one will be the breakout at 570. All right, 563 on ATER, ATER. By the way, EVOK is failing out. There's no trade on there. No trade on EVOK. And red box is starting to fail out. It's breaking pivot below 435. ATER, ATER. So let's take a look at WM. That. Well, it might be gapped open up on good ER, but boy, does it want to fill that gap. That would be a short when it does that, Carl, or Mac. Broke to the downside. Got to go with that direction. Well, you can wait for the 5-minute opening range to really gauge the direction. The Qs are starting to correct. They're coming down $3. Let's go take a look at the Qs and see what that means. All right, it's still not even below Friday's low. Friday's low is 325 level. It's getting there though. It's at 325.89. So the market may be doing some correcting. However, the industrials are holding pretty strong at the moment. EVOK really failing out. There's no trade there, and I don't think there will be a trade there. ATER fully failing out now. That's an exit on ATER. Yeah, let's see what Sky H is doing today. It's been all over the map. Oh, Sky H is looking really nice. Sky H looks like it's going to break out. Let's put that up. Got to keep following that one. Sky H is trying to test 11. And if it does break 11, we might see a move to 14. So you might want to mess around with Sky H today if you are a day trader. All right, I'm going to quickly check them during these first 5 minutes of the open here if there's any alerts for our swings going on. Should only be in all cash. I have 2 alerts, checking them both right now. And neither of them are good. We just play the waiting game. Yeah, Sabi, welcome in. Yeah, we go over everything 30 minutes before the market opens. So we were looking at and trading EVOK, EVOK, but that's failed out now. Now we're looking at Sky H. We also looked at ATER and Redbox, and we're watching others as well. Any thoughts on the upcoming Amazon split? Zero thoughts. None. Splits in a bear market are pretty useless. We need a bull market first, and then we can get excited about nothing. I mean, splits are nothing. Remember, don't forget, splits are nothing. They half the number of shares and then they double the price. Double the price, or they half the price and they double the shares. It changes nothing. Zero. Nothing. So, first let's make sure that we're in a bull market, and then maybe we can see if we can get excited about nothing. There goes Sky H. It broke that $11 level. It broke 1090. It hit 1112 already. Sky H is really moving around. Sky H just hit 1140. It's probably going to make a move to 14 today, in my opinion. That's where a lot of congestion exists, the 14, 15 range. Until then, I think it's got a pretty nice free runway, clear runway. Max says, trying to roll an option, and it was rejected because it was a married option. What does that mean? Never seen it before. Maybe you have the shares of that also, and or maybe it's a vertical right now. Maybe you sold an option against the call or something like that. So, well, don't fucking tell me, Mac. I don't know. Call your broker, because every broker is different. I'm not going to be able to resolve that for you. Okay? I mean, we can go back and forth about it all day, but why don't you call your broker, get it done, and then tell us what it meant? Because every broker, every broker is going to be different, and I haven't seen that. So that's not a brokerage I'm familiar with. What was that, Webull or something? No, I highly recommend whenever you have an issue, you call your broker right away. Most of them will answer right away. Oh, interesting, Mac. Really? Thinkorswim? That's the one I use. Well, give them a call, will you? So when I see that next, it must be something new. Or you can click chat in the app, support chat. What's this? Think is rough for beginners. Thinkorswim is rough for beginners. That's why I tell everybody. Yep. And people are, but I want to try Thinkorswim. Well, I told you. I tried to save you 3 months of agonizing learning curve. 3 months to 1 year of agonizing learning curve. That's why I always recommend start with Webull for beginners. And I do believe, by the way, Webull does a little bit of paper trading. But Thinkorswim also does paper trading and TradingView as well. Sky H is trying to test the 1150 level. Who's in Sky H from, when we mentioned it, 10.8. Sky H now testing 1150 level. It's now back to 1135. I say it every day, yeah. They exercised an option 2 days early on me last week. That was a fun one. Yeah. Options can be interesting. You're in at 1060, in at 1093. Very good, very good. All right. The industrial's still holding strong. The Q's dropping. Once the Q's drop below 325, that's definitely not good. And SPY is dropping with everything as well. Let's take a look at where SPY sits. The SPY is already below Friday's high, so that's an indication of where the Qs are going. Qs are pretty much breaking Friday's low. Did I say high? Low. Okay, cool. Very good on Sky High. Every stock I'm looking at, it's moving down pretty hard. Microsoft, Tesla, Netflix, of course, Apple. I'm looking at FedEx, Square, Zoom, Roku, Peloton, ExxonMobil, Disney. Baba found some bottom. It's bouncing. Amazon, Starbucks, AMD, Facebook. The whole market dropping. I'm going to take a look and see if it's sector rotation, which I do not think it is, but it's a good idea to check. Check every sector and see if something's not moving down. Indeed, XLP and XLU are holding, if not moving up. So defensives are doing well. So you might want to put your money in defensives. The VIX is going up, getting close to 29. Sky H starting to make its move again. Green over red on the 1 minute chart. Switch this one chart to the 1 minute. Absolutely. We've been doing short on Netflix for a couple days now, but it's been, rough, volatile ride. So, yes, you can short it, but you need to know how to manage your risk levels. Like use the 1% rule. Did Elon actually say he's going to Disneyland, though? Is that true? I don't think Elon wants any of that. Let's take a look at gold on the big chart, daily chart here. Yeah, possibly found bottom, possibly. Yeah, QQQ puts could be good for today. You might be a little bit late on the move. It's already moved for almost $3.50. The QQQ. So far, projected volume on the day is low. There goes Sky H, SKYH. Starting to make some stronger moves. Looks like it's going to maybe break out of 1150. And then I'm going to look at all these sectors again. So XLP and XLU holding, if not even moving up. XLF financials moving up slightly. And healthcare, XLV. So those are the strongest sectors right now. XLV, XLP, XLU, and what did I say? XLF. All right, there's the breakout on SkyH. SkyH broke 1150, is now testing 1160 and hit 1165. Is testing that level right now. $11.72, hit 11.78. So we're testing the 70s on SkyH. Obviously wants to test 12. Not a ton of volatility so far on SkyH compared to yesterday or the previous days. So this might be a smaller move day. Maybe it just goes to 1250 today. Look at that first opening, 15, 20 minutes here compared to prior days. And you can kind of get an idea of the excitement level on SkyH today. It seems to be less. In fact, if I go over to the daily chart, it'll give me a projection on that. Let's see. Oh, yes, much less. Yeah. It's doubtful that actually that SkyH is going to make a full move today of any kind. It might pop 12, maybe. If it even does, maybe it's going to test 1250 and then come back on the day. Or it may never reach 12 today. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Do I trade by the tick? Like I've pulled up the 15-second chart there, but I don't necessarily trade by the tick, although on the chart. But of course, I'm watching level 2, and I do trade. I trade by even higher level than the tick. I trade on the bid and asks going on, the level 2 information. The tick is showing you trades that occurred. Level 2 is showing you the orders that are being pre-placed before they occur. You got to learn to read level 2. That's even higher level than the tick. Might need to increase my allocation on CMLS. Gonna check. I don't think so. I think it's doing all right. Nope. Looking good there. Okay, we've got an alert. Let's see what it is. GovX and Forge. GovX, yeah, moving pretty heavily around $1.10. GOVX. Pulling up Forge, FRGE. Woo! What a move on Forge. Boy, that's where everyone's at right now. Halt coming in any second. FRGE. First halt coming up for very shortly here. Whoop! There comes the halt. 1597. We're reaching that halt level on Forge. FRGE. Well, the next halt level 1632 on Forge. FRGE. It's still hanging around 15. Just joined the group. Okay, awesome. What was the question about? That's good to know. Is that in your training class? Again, I don't remember. Remind me what I just said. I don't know. All right, FRGE's chilling out. It's hanging out more around 15 now and may even retrace. GovX moving around. All right, Forge not really feeling it anymore. FRGE is breaking below 15, hitting 1450. Yeah, that's true. So what? FRGEW. All right, the Qs are now hitting 323.92. They're now in the 323s. Take a look at that on the daily chart. GVOX moving up more. Here goes Sky H. Looking like it wants to break a little bit. Remember, the range on Sky H might be limited today. Did you say look into defensive stocks? Sorry, I didn't hear well. Yes. Is that what you're talking about? Good to know. Is that the one you're talking about? I'm not sure if there's something about that in the training classes, but I think there is. It's going in. There's a segment or two going in about that. I'm not sure if it's in there yet, but I think so. But it will be if not. Okay, Sky H about to retest its high of 1178, hitting 1165. Just tested 1171, 73, 65, 69, 73, 74, 75 coming up. There's a lot of orders at 75 to get through. I believe they've been lifted. Yeah, 1180 was just hit. 1180. Next level to be interested in seeing on the Qs for breakdown is 322.50. 322.50. Sky H just hit 1199. Almost 12. 11. There's 12. It's hitting 12, and it's about to break through 12. 1197. There was a bit of resistance at 12. 11, 12. There's 12 again. It's touching 12. There's 20,000. shares to get through there. Not very many. You should be able to get through. 1188, 1192, 94, 90, 92, 93, 94, 1196, 93, 91, 92. It's failing to make progress, and the excitement is potentially waiting. Wait, there we go. 1199, 1198. Need to cut through that 12, the level of 12 there. And then it'll pop to 1210. There it is. Pop to 1219. Pulling back to 12 at the moment, but it hit 1219, 1210. Sky H. Sky H going sky high. Let me check on the volume now that a lot more volume and excitement is being put in. Okay, now we've got enough projected volume to get to 14 today. So that was a key level to break right there, 12. Outlook has changed now. Now it's got enough excitement going on that we could get to 14 today on Sky H. But it is hanging out around 12 now. We had a slight bottom test a minute ago, but it looks like everything else is breaking below it now. Yes. So the market continues to drop from here. What did I say was the key level break low to look for on the Qs? Was that 322.50? Is that what I said? 22.50? We're getting close. Oh, hey, Randy, there you are. I'll make you co-host. Andy, let me know if there's anything happening on your scans. 322s, yeah, and then 319s, yeah. Sky H starting to curve up again and get over that $12 level. Also, FRGE has put in a base around VWAP, right around here, around 14, the upper 14s. It could be a good spot to get in with low risk of the base breaking down. That's where you would exit, like 14.2. So about 40, 50 cents of risk. And then we're looking for FRGE for it to start to run again and potentially break 16. Yeah, we can discuss that on Thursday, but I mean, you said it, that's just the way they act sometimes. But yeah, we can discuss that on Thursday. You're going to have to remind me. All right, Sky High is, or Sky H, whatever it is, breaking over 12, making a move to that 1220 level. 1220 and breakout. 1220, it hit 1224 briefly. And it's a lot of heavy selling going on above that level. A lot of people feel like, a lot of traders, day traders, feel like that's the top. And they had their orders ready to go right there. So now we're back to 1180. Right, sky high, just hanging out at this 1180 level. Forge FRGE testing that 1420 base bottom I was talking about. Be careful. Watch yourself. So you asked if I prefer trading long or short, and is it all the same? It's definitely not all the same, but I definitely prefer to trade long because of the infinite reward, mathematical potential there, versus the uh, limited risk. But you go on shorting, and the most you can make is, you know, 100%. If that's it, 100%, a double. But the amount that you could lose is infinite, and that kind of proportioning, inverse proportioning, works on you and your portfolio at the micro level, even when you're in little trades. So short is definitely not as good as long. It's much riskier, and you can specialize it. You can specialize in it though, but it still comes with a lot of risk. And you'll see, short traders make a living off of that. But they're going to have some tough months. They're going to have some tough quarters. It's something I wouldn't recommend until you've got lots of money. But even then, I probably wouldn't even recommend it. Sky H trying to make its move back up. It's curving up off of the little base that it was creating to potentially break out at 1224. EVOK maybe is settling in at 1, but I'd like to see it make some pivot breaks. No further alerts basically coming up anywhere from swings or momentum day trades. The market's still dropping. I'm going to take one last look at that, and then I'm going to break for breakfast. FRGE broke that base bottom I was talking about, so that's all out on that. Okay, we are now below yesterday's low. So the market right now, made yesterday irrelevant. You see? So just because the market goes up doesn't mean it's not going down. Okay? Just because something's going up doesn't mean it's not going down. That was a liquidity trap yesterday. It was a meaningless day. If anything, the lows were lower. But the highs were not. The highs were lower as well. So up or down, any way you dice it, yesterday was a down day, even though it felt up. And today is a continuation of that same pattern. We are now below yesterday's low, completely erasing all the gains of yesterday. And this is why you want to be in cash right now and not trading. How many of you are happy that you're following the market exposure model and are glad not to be in anything the last couple of days? Well, I definitely can raise my hand. If something comes up, and the signals are in alignment, then we'll get in. We'll get in small probably, but right now the market says don't be in anything. Reserve your money. Wait it out. Put it in. If you want to put it anywhere, maybe put it in XLP, XLU, and gold and VIX. As you wait it out. Yeah, all cash, no trash. Very nice, very nice. All right, and on that note, I'm curious to see how this day ends. And for now, I'm going to break for breakfast. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you in the trading group. Everybody out there, if you want to click on the link to learn more about our trading group or my training videos, you can just click the link. There's also a lot of other resources available to you. Click the link in my bio. Okay, catch you in a few.